not there. Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to... Do not surprise Zara again. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? This place crawls with Fenlord servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes? Zara will make it worth your while. Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once. Alien necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves rose against them, the Fenlords had them executed and revived as undead. Preserved against the ages, they toil even now, protecting the tombs of their long-dead masters. Unknown, some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left none forever. Others claim they were overwhelmed by Alicia's rebellion. What matters to Zara is finding the Crown of Ascension, obtaining it, and getting out of here alive. A fine goal, no? Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this not a worthy goal? If it is big, leave it, and sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it, and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes. As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cache reserved for this very thing. Do not worry, you will be paid well. Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the ears. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that. Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale. Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. Do you feel that? Like ice running down Zara's back. Care is needed. Wrongness surrounds us. Step softly. Zara was worried for a moment, but we've done it. The crown of ascension is ours. Travel to Altin Koroman to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily, but Zara is her match. Here is compensation for your efforts. Rest assured, you will be remembered when Zara tells the tale.
The chill at nightfall can catch one unawares.
Where could it be? Not so loud. You'll betray our position. I'm one of the Vice Cannon scouts. I've been watching Dominion activity in Zuuk for days. Zuuk has been abandoned for years. The only one who lives there now is a crazy Kothringi. The Dominion tied him up in the center of the village. They're searching for a magical relic called a keystone. If they find it, they could cause much havoc in Shadowfen. Maybe that Kothringi could help us find it before the Dominion does. Could you infiltrate Zuuk and rescue him? Be careful with that Kothringi. From what I've seen, he seems a bit unstable. That if he's really a Kothringi, he'd be the last of his kind.
You there! Untie us!
We understand you would not recognize royalty when tied to a pillar. Therefore, we request you untie us. Perhaps. But we can think of nothing while our kingdom lies in ruins. We slowly comprehend what a boar must feel while trussed up and awaiting a feast.
Follow us! Our castle is nearby. You've proven yourself worthy of becoming one of our subjects. What is your name? Then we conscript you into our service. We are King Drillick, your liege lord. We will entertain your petitions, should you have any. When our kingdom is secure and our dignity restored, the keystone will reveal itself. So says the prophecy. The first order of business is to create a new crown. We sense your reluctance, but nothing can be done without our crown. A canny one. We dare not question your honor when it fills you to the brim. It's true, we need no crown to be king, but how can we rule with our subjects in perilous danger? The invaders bind our subjects with foul magics. They hold Laram, Deathril, and Sarasay in our lowlands. When mages bind the helpless, they keep a scroll of release at hand. Find one of these scrolls and free our bound subjects. A good king listens to his people. We hear their pleas day and night. Even now they speak to us. We find it curious you cannot also hear their cries. The magic wielders spend their time conjuring spells and digging in the mud. As if binding our citizens wasn't enough, they also defile our land. Why, they're our people. Even if they weren't, we wouldn't suffer anyone to be treated that way. Not in our kingdom.
To the side!
To know about the keystone. I told them nothing. Kept asking the same questions over and over.
What can I do for you?
Divines bless you.
We no longer hear the wailing of our people. Have you freed them? Spirits? Nonsense! Come, we'll show you. Our subjects await a royal declaration at the castle tower. It's not every day you'll have the honor of escorting a king through his dominion. And you shall have it according to prophecy. The king in his tower declaims the keystone's hour. Have no fear. Your king shall be the vessel of your deliverance. Show them no mercy. Your king commands it.
Ha! That's not a stew pot. It's my laundry.
We have returned. Rejoice, your king reclaims his kingdom. Long have invaders occupied our lands, but do not be afraid, for our royal army has a new captain. Come now, address the people, Captain. Why are you speaking to us? Address our citizens, Captain of the Royal Army. You don't wish to become Captain of the Royal Army? We apologize, but the only other position is Royal Consort. Though we seek to cause no offense, you simply don't intrigue us in that fashion.
What's happening?
Drillick, remember your duty.
The keystone. I remember it now.
Forgive me. The Dominion's torture ripped my thoughts away from myself. I tried to tell you before, but it was like speaking with a mind full of sap. The keystone is sealed in the Temple of Zuuk. I'll do all I can to help you retrieve it. While my people still lived, we sealed the temple with a magic ward to keep angry spirits and undead from following us out. Say Betrix to the temple door to unseal it. It means open in my language. Oh, I used to speak so many languages, but I've forgotten most of them. There's much I can't remember. Go, I'll be fine. I just need some time to rest. This door is sealed. To open, the key is your tongue.
The older ruins are surprisingly complex. Lizards never built these.
We found no evidence of a prior civilization.
At least the lizards are resilient. They'll serve us nicely.
What do you think of my new slaves?
Their skin will give your flesh sculptures great color and texture.
Indeed. My masterpiece will rival the wailing wheels of Vindicel.
Another litter come to steal alien treasures?
Be gone from this temple. There is nothing for you here. The keystone was stolen, absorbed by a Kothringi named Drillick. The Nahartan flew killed the rest, but somehow he was immune. Did he send you here? The Kothringi sent you to steal more alien treasures. If only the flu had worked. Do not take me for a fool thief. You shall not leave this tomb alive.
This temple is sacred.
Pay for your choices with...
Back. But without the keystone, what happened? Absorbed? I don't know. I entered the temple and saw the keystone, and then nothing. Now that you've said it, I feel something. That must have been what kept me alive when the rest of my village died. Kothringi. Yes, I remember now. I am a Kothringi. A plague swept across the village. Sickness, death, corpses piled everywhere. Is that why I entered the temple? To find the keystone? No, I'm the last of the Kothringi. I should rejoin my people. There's a ritual to pass the keystone on to you, although it would mean my death. Let me give you the keystone. At least my survival will have meaning. When you absorb the keystone, a part of the Kothringi will live on as well. Thank you for helping me restore my sanity. Use this keystone well.
You've been gone for some time. How'd it go? Absorbed it? I'm not sure how I'll report that to the vice cannons, but you recovered it. That's all that matters.
Am I cursed to watch the world go on without me? Were my crimes that great? Once, 1,000 seasons ago. Less? More? I have lost track of time. How I long to sink into the soil. unremembered and unremembering. Yes, I remember. My only hatchling. I died atop a tower, thinking only of him. But I will never join him. Not now.
A visitor? To the prison? Another visitor to White Rose Prison? This isn't exactly the main route. The Vice Cannons tracked one of the long-lost keystones to White Rose Prison. If we can recover it, this artifact would be a major boon to our war efforts. Unfortunately, the prisoners don't trust the Vice Cannons, which means they don't trust me. You're welcome to try. We need that keystone. Look for General Ritus, an old Imperial general they left here to rot. He's the prisoners' leader. Hopefully the prisoners will let you in. We need that keystone. Very little. The Imperials built it in the First Era. When they were pushed out of Shadowfen, they abandoned it. I'm not sure why the prisoners remained. Some say they're cursed. He had the reputation of being honorable, at least for an Imperial. I don't know what he did to get left here, but it must have been bad. The Empire abandoned a skilled general. Argonian artifacts of great power. Legend ties them to various ruins throughout Shadowfen. The Vice Cannons can't let them fall into the wrong hands.
Well?
What brings you to White Rose, stranger? Did you take a wrong turn somewhere? Huh. The General doesn't get many visitors. Or any, really. You'll find him in a shack to the southwest. A word of advice. Don't stray into the western side of the prison. Not unless you want to get eaten. That's right. Some of the prisoners went feral. Animals, that's what they've turned into. Good hunting, though. Remember, General Ritus is in the shack to the southwest. Did you need something else? Well, they don't pay me to worry about that sort of thing. Why don't you ask the ferals? They might even answer, in between bites. That's not something I care to talk about with an outsider. Why don't you ask General Ritus about it?
What?
Weapons sharp and close.
What do you want?
What are you doing here? I have enough trouble without outsiders bringing more. The Vice Cannons expect our help? Where were the Vice Cannons when the Imperials left us to rot? We've been trapped here for years. Half the prisoners lost their minds and started eating the rest of us. Don't you think we've tried? My Imperial brethren used the power of your precious keystone to bind us to this prison. If we leave, we die. No one bound to the keystone can even touch it. Let's make a deal. Ferals overran one of our camps. The survivors of that attack need patching up, but the medical supplies are still in the camp. If you can recover those supplies, one of my people will tell you where the keystone is. Very well. Get the medical supplies to Journey. She's holding the tower southwest of the camp against the ferals. And remember, I'll hold you to our bargain. All of it.
The longer we're trapped, the greater the chance we'll turn feral, or be eaten by them. It hasn't been easy. Argonian traders stop by sometimes, and we've been able to forge enough old Imperial supplies to muddle through. I refused to slaughter a village of Argonians. It wasn't a fair fight. They had no soldiers. I don't believe in pointless slaughter. My superiors thought otherwise. Some think it's the keystone's influence. Using it to trap us must have had some effect. Others think the feral were weak-minded and broke under the strain of our situation. Who knows?
What do you want?
Well?
What do you want?
It's been quite some time since I saw a new face. Why are you here? Haha, about time. If the General wants me to hold this tower, he needs to send me medical supplies more often. I bet there's more to this than meets the eye. What did General Rytus promise you in exchange for the supplies? There had to be something. And you agreed? He may not have mentioned the danger. The keystone is in the prison dungeon. I don't know exactly where. And I should warn you, the dungeon is crawling with cannibals. Sargon might be able to help you. He's in the dungeon, foraging for supplies. Here, let me put this ointment on you. It'll mask your scent from the ferals, but not for long. Even dead, even in death, I feel trapped here. The Imperium, they're dead. Find them. Find their ashes. I'll never find peace until we're together once more. Families were always separated. Though kept apart, we sometimes managed to meet. When I despaired the most, thoughts of them kept me sane. In the end, they died deep within this place. Alone and afraid. Look in the cells. My memory fades, thanks Rendar. I remember fear, rage, and pain. And then relief. From an old shirt. It always smelled like him. Mara bless him. I made that bracelet for Nuzal. Put me so far from my children.
By Satakal, you scared me. I've been dodging ferals for hours. I thought they had... Journey is a good woman. May I live long enough to tell her so. If you're looking for the Belial keystone, does that mean you're going to free us? It's probably in the prison warden's office. It'll be a long walk. The shorter paths up to it crumbled or collapsed long ago. There'll be a lot of... I'll come with you if it means our release. Just don't expect me to fight. Friendly advice? If you have to shut an iron gate, keep your fingers away from the bars. Wait! Before you do anything with the keystone! We finally made it. I thought we were done for once or twice. Before you take the keystone, there's something you must know. There's some kind of link between the Belial keystone and prisoners going feral. If you don't use it to free us, if you just take the keystone away, the results will be disastrous. Over time, all the prisoners bound to the keystone lose their minds. They become feral. Please, don't leave us to that fate. The prison warden had a book about the keystones. They knew, and they still did this to us. There's a book on the prison warden's desk. That may be it. The ferals! They're coming! General Ritus will want to thank you.
Together, finally, Srendar answered my prayers. I am. This was our favorite place in the prison. We'd meet in secret, dreaming of escape and our life beyond these walls. Once the guards found us and punished me severely. But those fleeting moments of peace were worth every lash.
What is it?
I felt it. When you used the keystone to free us, it was like shackles fell from my neck. Yesterday, I thought I'd spend my remaining years trying to keep these people alive. Now I have options, and it's a good feeling. Thank you. You'll want to find the Gerent and let him know about the keystone.
Do you have it? Did you find the keystone? You used it to release the prisoners? I hope they were worth it. The keystones may be our only hope for defeating the Dominion. Still, the Vice Canon sent word. I trust your decision will be best for Shadowfen.
You've returned. How long ago did we speak? Why have you come? My hatchling. Something about my hatchling. These ragged bits of bone? This is what became of me? Yes, that must be true. So strange to sit beside myself. I can feel the call of the swamps, the caress of the roots. I thank you.
Marius has grown very impatient. I'm almost certain he'll use the poison for personal gain. It can't fall into his hands. I'll get it as far away from Marius as possible. You've saved numerous lives today. Marius, I'm onto your treachery. You won't get this poison. Thank you for entrusting the poison to me. I'll dispose of it safely.
If you set foot in Cyrodiil again, you're dead. Do you hear me, Rhea? Dead!